So this is called The Revolution Starts Now. I think I've spent 65 years coming up with these pillars of what I believe in coaching. And what I tried to create is something that would be really hard to argue with. Because as you know, Feed the Cats is dismissed by a lot of people as being soft or a scam or all the things they say. I just block them when they say bad stuff. But anyway, I try to come up with stuff where, oh, you don't want to make practice the best part of a kid's day? Really? But I wasn't always like this. Just like my dad, I just coach like him. That's what we usually do, right? We coach like our coaches. And I also try to copy successful traditional coaches. I was intolerant of losing, and I thought it was a really good thing. That, like a good loser was a loser. And so I've done a lot of things in coaching that I'm kind of ashamed of, but at the time I thought it was a good idea. I believe that we should outwork the competition because, by God, we're going to turn boys into men. I said that a lot. I know we've all said that. For some reason in girls' sports, they never talk about turning girls into women. It's weird. I believe that you won by outworking the other team. That winners worked harder than losers. That a good player was a good player because he worked harder than the lesser player. I was wrong. And I believe that practice sucked and it was meant to suck. That the games were glorious and we had to go through hell to get to play in the game. As a basketball coach, I used to call the first week of practice Hell Week. Because we practiced 2 hours in the morning and 3 hours at night. And some of the guys didn't survive it. And I thought that was okay. Every step of the way I was wrong about everything throughout my life. I've been wrong about myself, others, society, culture, the world, the universe, everything. How many of you have read Manson's book? It's really good stuff, really good stuff. But I think if you just say that to yourself every damn day of your life, you open up your mind to realize that you have been wrong about a lot of stuff. And there's better ways of doing things out there. I took this from a tweet about 10 years ago that got like 2 million likes. I didn't know there was 2 million coaches in the world, but they love this. They love Norman Dale from Hoosiers saying, my practices aren't designed for your damn enjoyment. That's the life we grew up with. This is this kid's first practice. Track practice in Miami. And the coach put this video out there because he was so damn proud of it. Matter of fact, all these clips come from proud coaches. Jenks High School in Oklahoma. They're ranked 9th in the nation. This is why. Weird, huh? School in Georgia. They bring some Navy SEALs out to work with their guys. They think they're winning because of this. Somewhere in Texas. Anybody know where? I don't know. I can't remember. I hope the coaching staff's not here. No, actually, I do hope the coaching staff is here because this does not help you win games. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Remember, these are not secret cameras. These are coaches that are proud of the stupid crap that they do. And this is my favorite. We all need strong abs. I can just imagine this guy saying, hey, video this, video this. And I see this stuff and I don't think I'm wrong. I think it's crazy. Call me crazy, but I believe that winning is more important than hard work. Oh, I'm surprised there's not some people leaving right now because hard work is our DNA, especially football coaches. Hard work is the American way. And people always try to argue like, well, hard work creates winning. No, it doesn't. There's a lot of hard-working losing teams out there. And I believe that performance is more important than fatigue. Now, usually I say effort, but it's really together, because if you are fatigued, you cannot perform. All you have is what? Effort. That's why football coaches are constantly begging for effort, because their team is so damn tired that they cannot perform in practice. But we're going to encourage you the next 2 days to start performing in practice. So a new way to cook. Winning is more important than hard work. Performance is more important than effort. Don't blame losses on toughness, conditioning, or attitude. You've been in the locker room, haven't you? Every loss is blamed on one of those things. They just wanted it more. But we're going to have to get in shape. Like all those things. It's probably the 2 fumbles you had, and the 3 interceptions, and the 8 missed tackles. Prioritize speed in the offseason and in season, both. Like, you are going to prioritize speed, because you know what a slow athlete is? Like, if you can run 22 miles an hour and on Monday you run 19, you suck. Your mental and physical health will not let you perform. So speed is a barometer of health. Let the games be the hardest thing you do. My dad used to say, we're going to work so hard in practice that the games are going to be easy. And as one of his players, I'd be like, that makes sense. That makes sense. Weekends off. Oh, God. I mean, we're talking, you let your kids have the entire weekend off. You want them anxious to come to practice on Monday. I know this is weird. RPR, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Attract the best athletes in your school. As a track coach, this is my life. Because if I do not recruit the hallways, if I do not have an attractive program, my track team will be nothing but band kids and math nerds. And we're going to suck in the 4x1. I mean, I love those kids, but you need some athletes on your track team. And I used to think football never had to worry about that. Times have changed. Maybe not in Texas. I forgot where I am, but some of the best basketball players who would be great football players refuse to play football because of your damn program. I would say there's 3 starting basketball players on every basketball team in America that would be all conference in football. And you'll create an injury-free environment. Brad, your roster of 50-some guys, how many were hurt in the championship game? One guy out. I think Garrett Mueller had his entire roster healthy. It's crazy. Stop breaking kids. Stop breaking them. Stop grinding. And then, like I said, if it did not win, it would have no value at all. The last thing is really important. At a time when good coaches are leaving the profession, if you go to a sprint-based football model, you will be reborn as a coach, because your kids will be enthusiastic. They won't drag their ass to practice. You won't have to cuss them and scream at them and beg them for effort. And by the way, if you're a horse's ass for 3 hours at football practice, where are you going to be when you go home to your wife? It's going to be awful. And I know you apologize, say, I'll be myself again, like in November. That's not good. Stop doing that. Be a good human. Right, Allie? I mean, he's so much better since he's, yep. Kyle Bolton was at TCU, and they got famous for in-season sprint training. Great stuff, and he was just hired to go to Oregon. You know, there's a movement that's starting to happen. My business partner, Les Spellman, really burst onto the scene in 2022 when he trained six of the top 21 picks. 6 of the top 21. And then he worked real closely with Arizona as a consultant, and Arizona was awful, and they had a really good year. They could have won all 13 games. And it's really hard to turn around a college program. Really hard. When the Chiefs won the championship, the Super Bowl in 2019, somebody said, man, they look fast. Somebody said, okay, let's take their DBs, wide receivers, and their backs. And sure enough, they're the fastest team in football. So now everybody's trying to copy the Chiefs. But, you know, they draft these guys. College coaches recruit these guys. I have kids that live in my neighborhood. So I have to work at getting them faster. I cannot just choose fast people. I have to help them get faster. And Bear Bryant was as old school as it can get, but he still understood that luck follows speed. The fast guys are playmakers. They seem to make plays.